The moving walkway exit is approaching. Please, watch your step.
Hey everybody, it is me, Vincent, coming to you with another Vincent Vision, and today I wanted to take you guys on a tour of Universal's very own epicenter of awesome, City Walk. For a lot of you guys, City Walk is just the place you walk through to get to the theme parks, but there's actually a lot of really cool stuff here. Tons of great places to eat, some really cool stores, and some fun secrets and Easter eggs in this area of Universal that you might not be aware of. So the moving walkway is approaching. Please watch your step and get ready for the latest episode of Vincent Vision. Watcha! Hey everybody, it is me, Vincent, coming to you from Vincent Vision. Welcome back. I wanted to take this time today to talk about City Walk here at Universal Orlando Resort. A very big part of this place that is just as important to your vacation experience here at Universal as the theme parks here. There's actually a lot of interesting things about City Walk that I want to show you guys in this video. Places to eat, places to shop, but I actually wanted to start here at Universal Studios Florida for a very quick history lesson about City Walk. I don't know if you guys know this, it definitely doesn't feel like that, but City Walk hasn't always been here. There was a point in Universal Orlando history that when you came to Universal Studios Florida in the early 90s, it was just Universal Studios. Like, you would drive up and park your car right in front of the arches. The Globe actually used to be somewhere completely different as well. All of this here was added in 1999 to prepare for the opening of Islands of Adventure. When City Walk, the hotels, and Islands of Adventure opened up in 1999, Universal Orlando as a whole, or as I should probably call it, like it was in '99, Universal Studios Escape opened up. This became a much more prominent vacation destination here in Orlando, and now you could spend multiple days at Universal Studios. It wasn't just a one-day thing anymore. You could stay on property, you could visit the second park, and you could have wonderful food and nightlife at City Walk. And even though a lot of the places that were here originally when City Walk first opened up are now gone, you know, rest in peace to NBA City, NASCAR Cafe, that one little store at the front with the gorillas and the animals. The essence and purpose of City Walk remains the same all these years. A place where the fun continues outside of the parks once they've closed. A place where you can hang out, have fun, have some amazing food, check out some really great stores, and can keep the party going outside of the theme parks. And you know, while we're talking about it, we should probably talk about what is the biggest draw for a lot of people here at City Walk: the food, and all of the wonderful food offerings here in City Walk. It is not a secret that City Walk is known for its food. This place for a lot of people is the place you go to if you want an elevated food experience outside of the theme parks here at Universal, and City Walk can easily provide that. There are 11 full-service restaurants here at City Walk. We've got Antojitos, Big Fire, Bob Marley, Bubba Gump, The Cowfish, Hard Rock Cafe, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, NBC Sports Grill, Pat O'Brien's, Toothsome, and Vivo Italian Kitchen. Full-service restaurants, for those who may or may not know, are basically theme park slang for sit-down restaurants. Somewhere where they put you to a table, a server takes your order, and you get really, really nice food. This video isn't going to be a deep dive on each of those restaurants, so I'm not going to linger too much on this subject, but it is important to note that not all of them are open for lunch, if that's something you're looking to do. All these are usually open for dinner, some close for private events, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but out of all of the restaurants that I have eaten at in City Walk, which is a good handful, the only ones I haven't eaten at are like the chain restaurants that exist outside of Universal, things like Margaritaville and Bubba Gump. Some of my favorite restaurants that I really, really enjoy eating at here in City Walk are Vivo Italian Kitchen, The Cowfish, and Toothsome. I think those are like my big three. Oh, and Antojitos as well. My big four right there. Those are my restaurants that I would recommend just like off the top of my head. I do have videos on those restaurants, so check them out when you get a chance. What I did want to talk about were fun facts and little hidden gems about some of the restaurants here. And the Hard Rock Cafe has actually got a really, really cool one that's like tucked away all the way back down here. Hard Rock Cafe is obviously known for all of the cool memorabilia and rock history they have inside of the restaurant, but outside of the Hard Rock Cafe, specifically all the way in the back over here, they have a piece of actual genuine world history. They have a piece of the Berlin Wall, which divided East and West Germany in the 60s during the Cold War. In the back over here, near what used to be Blue Man Group. And I think the message and spirit of rock and roll is about breaking down walls of oppression and really getting to be yourself. I think having a piece of the Berlin Wall here at the Hard Rock Cafe makes a lot of sense. Even though it's tucked all the way in the back over there. There's actually another interesting piece of history you can find here at one of the City Walk restaurants, and it's actually about this plane behind me over here. So across the way from the Margaritaville restaurant is the Lone Palm Airport Bar, which is a really popular spot to get drinks here. There's this big plane outside, and it's known as the Hemisphere Dancer. It's actually a plane that Jimmy Buffett owned, where in 1996, Jimmy Buffett was leaving Jamaica with Bono from U2 and his family, and I guess like the Jamaican government police thought it was a drug runner plane, so as they were leaving, they were getting shot at. This is the actual plane Jimmy Buffett owned and used. That incident inspired a song from Jimmy Buffett called Jamaica Mistake-a. Don't make me say that again. Took a second to talk to some of the servers at Margaritaville to like figure out how truthful this story was. This is like the actual plane Jimmy Buffett owned, and it did get shot at. A lot of the bullet holes were patched up, but you can see some of the actual bullet holes on the plane and some fake ones as well. But the plane has gotten refurbished, so it can sit here at City Walk. If you're a Jimmy Buffett fan, that's an actual piece of Jimmy Buffett history. I don't know if it's on like the same level as the Berlin Wall over at Hard Rock, but still a really, really cool fun fact, a really fun piece of history here that actually has some truth to it. And those two stories right there are probably some of the most popular fun facts about the full-service restaurants. If you guys know any more, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear about them. Well, while we're talking about food, I'd love to like quickly talk about the quick service options here at City Walk. There are just as many quick places to grab a bite as there are full-service restaurants here in City Walk, and while I don't really want to go down the list going through all of them, there are some that I would definitely recommend over others. The most popular have to be the Burger King, the Panda Express, the Moe's, and like, I don't blame you. They're super reliable. You know what they're like. You know what to expect. My two favorite quick service restaurants at City Walk are the Bread Box, which has really delicious sandwiches. I particularly love the Patty Melt. I would absolutely recommend it. And Red Oven Pizza Bakery. I have gone there. I've never been disappointed every single time I've gone. I think it's a really fantastic pizza. It is super fresh. Totally would recommend those two as the go-to quick service restaurants here at City Walk. And on the topic of quick service restaurants, this place technically qualifies as a quick service restaurant here at Universal, and I cannot talk about City Walk without talking about Voodoo Donuts, probably the most popular food anything here in City Walk. That's like one of those things that people end up having to get when they come here to Universal. It's like on the same level as butterbeer now for a lot of people getting a Voodoo Donut. I would recommend it too. I think they're really great. I think they're fantastic, but they always have a long line. And unless you like step out of the park in the middle of the day, there's gonna be a line, whether it be in the morning or at the end of the night. I think the way I would recommend going about it is mobile ordering. You can order a lot of food on Universal Orlando's mobile app, including Voodoo Donuts, and instead of having to wait in a really, really long line, you can just go pick up your donuts from the booth across the street. I think that's the way to go to get the donuts you want. But I also don't blame you if you want to go inside and like see them all and smell the place, because that's part of the experience too, right? Food is obviously a very important part of the City Walk experience, but so is shopping. And there is a lot of opportunities for Universal to take your money out here in City Walk, even when you're done with the park. There are tons of small booths outside in City Walk where you can buy stuff. So if you forgot to get your Harry Potter scarf, you can get one out here. Or if you want a shirt with your name on it from Among Us for whatever reason, you can do that too. There are two noteworthy shops out in City Walk. There is the Universal Studios store, which is actually relatively new. It opened up in the middle of last year, if I recall correctly. This is like the default big Universal Studios gift shop, and it's actually really great. There's a lot of space, a whole bunch of inventory. They have a really great Harry Potter section. And then there is the second store, which used to be the old Universal Studios store. It is now the Universal Studios Legacy store, and out of the two, this one is my absolute favorite. I love this store. I pop in here very frequently when I'm coming through City Walk. I just love it. It sells a lot of the same merchandise you can get at the other Universal Studios store, but that's not why I like it. I like it because it is absolutely loaded with tons of Universal Park history and nostalgia. There's like seriously a lot of really cool stuff in there. They have a bunch of pictures from like when the park was being built, the rides were being built. They actually have models on display, mock-ups of some of the older rides like Confrontation. There's like these screens with a bunch of clips and videos of like old pre-shows, old footage from the parks. It is like super fascinating. I will just like stand there and watch those videos sometimes. If you are someone like me who is a Universal fan and loves to see the history of this place, the Legacy Store is fantastic and definitely worth a pop in, even if you don't buy anything. And the third piece of the puzzle when it comes to City Walk is the entertainment, is the nightlife. Where does a guy get a drink around here? What is there to do here at City Walk once I'm done with the parks? I would love to show you, but I've actually fallen into like a little bit of a pitfall that happens with City Walk at times. The whole second level is currently closed for a private event, which happens a lot here at City Walk. I wish I could tell you like how to prepare for that, if there was like a calendar or something, but I don't think there is. It opens again at 11 p.m. tonight. City Walk usually stays open till like 1 or 2 a.m. So I guess I have to come back here at 11 o'clock to show you all this, which I will. I will see you guys at 11 o'clock. I'll be back. All right, we're back, and a couple hours later, it is 11 o'clock, and the promenade of City Walk is open. That is right, I filmed this on the same day. I did not go home, get tired, and do this another day. It's the same night. You better believe it, folks. Now, I will say, as far as entertainment goes here in City Walk, there is tons of it. There's actually a pretty good handful of unique entertainment offerings here in the promenade, the upper level of City Walk. But more often than not, they are usually limited to adults after a certain time of day. It's a lot of 21 and up, and a lot of these places are really just fun places to get drinks. If you're looking for something family friendly to do here in City Walk during the evening, there is the latest addition to this area, Universal's Great Movie Escape. This is Universal's take on the escape room experience. It's pretty cool. I did a video about it. You should check it out when you get the chance. It's a little bit different than what you'd expect from a normal escape room. You are going through some classic Universal movies in this like escape room adventure where you're going through different rooms and solving puzzles throughout. It's not like a normal escape room where they like time you and you have a certain amount of time to get out. It's a different experience, and try to keep an open mind when doing it. Definitely worth doing and seeing at least once, I think. But it's something you can do with your family while you're here at any time of the night. A lot of the other stuff further up in the promenade, not so much. These are like your bars, your 21 and over. They've got Pat O'Brien's, which is a New Orleans style dueling piano bar. This is really fun place to hang out. It's super lively. You can request songs, everyone's singing along, having a drink. It's a great time in there. Right across the street, there's Rising Star Karaoke, which is like, actually, I think out of all of them, probably my favorite. It is live band karaoke. You go on stage and a band backs you up. It is so, so cool. It is fun to watch people sing as well. I used to do this all the time when I first moved here to Orlando. I would definitely recommend Rising Star if you are someone who's willing to get on stage and belt your heart out. I've never been before, but it opens up during the evening. It's Bob Marley's A Tribute to Freedom. This is mostly a restaurant, but they do have live music every night. A fun fact I didn't know about this place was that the restaurant is actually modeled after Bob Marley's home in Jamaica. You can see the address, 56 Hope Road, right above the awning as you enter the restaurant. And of course, a certified classic, you know it, you love it, it's Fat Tuesday, aka the place everyone goes to get a drink before they go to Halloween Horror Nights. They've got 2 locations, one here in the promenade, the other down by the water near Voodoo Donuts. This is a really great place to get a daiquiri. I don't really know what to call it. I think it's daiquiri. We're gonna stick with daiquiri. No, you're not in the video, they cannot hear you. Ellison's here the whole time, guys, by the way. Fat Tuesdays is a legendary establishment here in City Walk for certain types of escapades here. So if you're looking to get a drink and a strong one, Fat Tuesdays is your spot. There's also the Hollywood Drive-In Mini Golf, which I'll admit I have never done myself personally, but I know it is a very family-friendly thing to do here, and it's open all night. And of course, I mean, if it really boils down to it, like, why don't you just go to the Universal Cinemark? Go watch a movie while you're at Universal. watch a Universal movie while you're at Universal, even better. There are some family-friendly offerings here in City Walk, but I think really the highlight is the sort of older activities you can do, the bars, the restaurants, things like that. All in all, City Walk is a really unique place, and I think it deserves a little more attention than just walking from the garage to Islands of Adventure. There are a lot of really cool things to see here, a lot of fun Easter eggs, places to explore, things to check out for yourself, amazing places to get food, and some pretty solid place to get some drinks as well. I hope this video kind of helped you put City Walk a little bit more in your thoughts. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you had some fun having fun with me. So I'm gonna get on out of here. It is late on the same day, not another day. I didn't come back here. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.